Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today the plan is to go into the ruins where we might fight the thing from the stars. Please, not the thing from the stars, but it might be there, to level up a bunch of veterans. Mainly because there is a group of apprentices I'm kind of waiting on to get some stuff off of, more or less. And once we get these apprentices up, that's going to be kind of the last group of apprentices I'm planning on getting to veteran. Then we can get all the veterans to champion. And once we're at champion, the fun really begins because I don't plan on leveling anyone up again, and if people die, they're gonna be dead. And we can just start the countdown of trying to get all the bosses and things like that. So that's why we're just going to the ruins. Maybe we find them wild hunt, maybe we don't. They've been very, very elusive to me. We're going in with Amani again with a blight. Who would have thought? It's working really, really well. So we're just going to be going in with Impale, Adder's Kiss, Pierce, and Expose, mainly just going for the Impale's blight abilities, doubling up on that with the Poison Skull because on attack hit or blight for 1 for 3 rounds. So instead of blighting for 1, she's going to be blighting for 2 on hit. Then I'm using the Venomous Vial, so on being hit she'll blight 2 for 2 and has a better blight chance. So Impale has a 150 blight chance, the Poison Skull has a 160 blight chance, and she has a bunch of different ways to blight. After that we have Bismarck, who's going to be dancing with her, hopefully using Terminator protocols, I believe, with explosive recoil, knocking him back once he gets into it. That's going to take a hot second though. Otherwise he has hyper acceleration stimulants, so he gets stress relief done from crits, so he's hopefully going to be critting a lot. He gets minus crits received when acting first, plus 10 crit when acting first, plus damage received when not acting first, which should only hopefully be the first round, and we'll see about this, but hopefully things aren't going to be going past the third round. We'll see. On being hit, which he will be marking on himself because on friendly skill, which we'll be using on the first turn, he marks himself, and that's for the entire battle. Gains 5% protection per 20% missing HP. On being hit, he buffs himself for Adaptive Assault, doing plus 20% max damage, and on using Adaptive Assault, he loses 100% of the Adaptive Assault damage. So, I mean, 5 hits on him means Adaptive Assault's debuff kind of evens out. Then bringing Sarmenti, using the Harvest, Slice Off, Finale, and Inspiring Tune actually this time. So Harvest just for the little bit of AoE, Slice Off to get him back in position if I need to, Finale as both a finisher and getting back in place, and Inspiring Tune just to get stressed down. I threw the Bulbous Tongue on him. It's a Mimic Trinket once again. So what this does is on attack it marks for 2 rounds. It has a 30% chance of doing that, and otherwise it has a Blight attached to it, so 1 for 3 rounds, because, you know, just adding to Amani's blight there. And then the Bright Tambourine to help with de-stressing if I need to with the Inspiring Tune. And then Dumont was the one person I thought who might not level up on this, so I threw the Ancestor's Portrait on her to kind of make sure she would. And otherwise she has Sniper Shot because we also have marking capabilities because of excessive force, so she should be doing some damage. She has Suppressing Fire to lower accuracy and crit on any of the mini bosses. She is our healer, so Battlefield Bandage, and she has Rallying Flare to clear mark targets, clear stun, and all that helpful jazz. And then she has the Wrathful Bandana, so plus damage and plus debuff chance. And I know I said she's our healer, but she also has minus healing done because of this. I'm not going to be healing too much. So we're going to be starting with food, a few shovels, of course going to be bringing medicinal herbs, torches, Kraken ribbons to level everyone up. And I actually want to check something on the page for the Wild Hunt really quick. I don't see one on it. I was just double checking because I haven't seen them if like they had a light requirement or something, and it doesn't say so on the page. That's that. I'm not going to bring Anathema ribbons or anything because I'm probably not going to need extra blight or anything like that. I'm just going to let the yellow handle ribbons stack up. We should be fine. Just trying to think of anything else I might need. I have the medicinal herbs. Have the keys. Alright, cool. So here are our Kraken ribbons for the plus resolve experience and the plus virtue chance. I'm going to go to the left first since we didn't scout and I don't know if any of the altars are over here. We're going to get rid of the observer first because it can buff people and I don't like that. Also waking up the Terrortooth, I suppose. Harvest, getting the observer bleeding. 3 and 3 on it, it goes down. We're gonna Sniper Shot the Terrortooth, it's down, just leaving the Bulwark. So I suppose we can just do Adaptive Assault on it. Or, yeah, we'll just adapt with assault.
The slow death.
I know I had a whole plan for this, but screw it.
Unforgiving.
Do. And then just to do something, pierce, and he's down.
Give them no quarter.
Ruby and a sapphire from that fight. Wow. Oh, this is not great. All of them have health. Thankfully, I can do expose. And then I can hit one of them. But I couldn't do my big hit right away. We're going to do Bastion on Sarmenti. That gets the mark for him going at least. And then we can do Excessive Force. Harvest to bleed both of them and hopefully Blight as well. So that one goes down. And then we're going to de-stealth all of them.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I suppose that cleared our one mark, but that's also fine. And they bypass guard. I forgot about that. Which is unfortunate that it doesn't say that on their skills page.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
We are going to slice off on the one in front because the one in row 2 goes down already due to bleed and blight.
And purpose.
Let's do excessive force to the one in back. Sniper shot.
Annihilated.
And we got one left.
Great is the weapon that cuts on
That
toes.
be the Coven. Adder kiss. Snake beats bird. Sorry, Vintage. Snake does beat bird. 9 times out of 10, snake beat bird.
Broken.
Unless you be an eagle.
Offensive.
Gonna use this food to heal. We're gonna take the jades. Probably should have gotten rid of the crest, but oh well. Gonna get rid of the crest for the emeralds, and we'll be on our way. Gonna go up to the battle room with Curio, even though it's not the relic. Also, it's really bugging me that these don't stack, even though they should. Alright, Impale. Torch up, harvest,
Impressive.
get what we can going. At least it's the blight. We are then going to Bastion. That gets the mark on Bismarck. And then we're going to excessive force on the Ardent armor, because screw him. And then we can sniper shot the armor, taking him out, because he's actually the most dangerous one there to me. Okie dokie. You really can't hit the big lug there. Not that I want him to be hit, but you couldn't hit Bismarck. He really dodged all of that. Okay, I'm not complaining.
Be wary.
And then we can use the food on Sarmenti, leave that. We'll use the fountain on Bismarck.
Hacks.
I'll happily take the jute tapestry, yeah. I'm just trying to think of what to give up. We can give up the singular bandage there. I'm okay with that. Full party order so I can use Impale again, and we'll move on. Just had to do a food check for those to stack. Jeez. It's the weirdest things sometimes for that it's a district that makes it happen, but it's either like I was thinking from the stars. It's always either a food check or like interacting with one of the quest heroes to make that go off. So I can bleed him, I can blight him, I can stun him, I can debuff him, but until I get him to like 60% or something, he's gonna cure this every time. So wasn't it something like that? Anyway, I don't expect these to like stay on, so we'll kind of see what happens here. But he's bleeding and blighting for 10. That's awesome. Gonna Bastion, and let's put that on their Menti. That puts the mark on Bismarck. We're gonna excessive force.
Grievous injury.
Oh, I just realized I originally had a different trinket on Dumont here. She doesn't move back anymore when she attacks. She can still obliterate him though. There's half of his health. And he should... Oh, he cured it. Lovely. Alright, well, Pierce. Go through that. Oh, he doesn't have protection. Ha ha ha. Oh, no one's gonna break that. This is gonna be bad. Well, you live once. Now he's got the protection. Kerboom. I thought that was supposed to be a lot of stress. I mean, it is damage, so that's not great, but I thought it was supposed to be a lot of stress as well. There's Rage. So that should not get rid of the Blight. Okay. We are... %100% armor piercing. We're gonna do that. Then Pierce should do 14 to him. 19 plus Blight 5. He goes down. 24. Well, we can heal with you. And slice off.
Destroyed.
What do I get?
Its particles scattered to the wind.
Oh, do I finally not get any of his special trinkets? Flame of Redemption for the Rudiment, plus 30% damage, plus Virtue Chance. Wow. Minus 15 protection, minus death blow resistance. On attack hit self, plus 10 stress, 50% chance.
As the light gains purchase,
I'm gonna leave the Comet Shards. If I really want them, I'll go to the farmstead. Take the ruby, take the money.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
I'll take this on Amani, because that could have been a damage up. Who also needs... Ooh. That's going to be bad. That's half of her remaining health. Anywho, moving on. Good. Let's camp here, just because stress reasons. Feast for the stress.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We have a nightmare. Because of nightmare, I'm gonna up her blight chance. Accuracy versus beasts. That might be helpful. We're gonna do marching plan for the speed. All companions heal with triage. Every rose has its thorn for the stress. Alright. Time for nightmare.
The light, the promise of safety.
Give Aegis skills, please. I am going to need them.
Memory, brought back into the spotlight by a tortured mind.
Let's see here. Let's do Bastion. Guards are Menti. I might need to reboot and guard her at a later point in time. We're going to excessive force on one of the Rattlers. We are going to impale all of them before they get the riposte, hopefully blighting them. 30 health apiece on the Rattler, or 34 apiece on the Rattlers, 17 on Plyskins. Harvest on these two before they get too nasty. Gotta bleed on one of them. Both of them, I just didn't get the extra blight on one. I can probably... I have a high chance of just taking this irritated Rattler out with a crit.
Well struck.
And then the rest are taking damage. Oh, even with him being marked, that's right. Okay. Cooldown 2 rounds. Alright, so we're gonna go back with excessive recoil. Slice off.
Devastating blow.
One more down. Amani's gonna need a heal, but we're gonna expose just so I don't hit the Rattler.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Healing just so she doesn't go down.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
If I high-end hit, the Rattler goes down. Well, no. But he goes down anyway. So, Inspiring Tune. Get that stress down. Rattler bleeds out.
But death by inches.
There's Beautiful Thing 2 of 7 if you want to read it. I got Shimmering Scale, which is plus crit. 40% crit. That's nice. And on crit, self 1 block. I think they reworked this one, because wasn't this protection before? Just to see what it would do for her. 18.2 from 13. So, I mean, it's a 5% crit bonus. But I am taking it. She is going to eat the food. I am going to take the citrine, and then there's no Aegis there. Lovely. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, I don't have anything to help me out, so we'll just move out to the quest location. 1 stress for 1 round. Alright, I want to make sure the war wasn't too bad. Just gonna take that over the citrine for now. Who's good with traps? 65, 70, 90, 70. Tormenti? You failed the 90, wow.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Lovely. We'll harvest the spiders. Can probably take this one out.
Executed with impunity.
And they're both going to drop next round. So I can probably heal with Dumont. Yeah, we'll heal. I was thinking of getting stress down, but we'll heal. Sorrenti can get the stress down. And bonk. Don't think I can really take anything there. I could use the torch. Don't really need the light too much there, but eh. Alright, quest location. Can dump this concentrated essence. We'll do that. And we're gonna move to the right because nothing was scouted right here in that hallway. Emerald, gold, key, leave the rest. Torch up. Alright, gargoyles, Leering, Grotesque. Not too bad. Torch up. Impale. Blight on all. We are going to Bastion her, just because she's in a bad spot. Then we will Excessive Force the Leering Grotesque, just to mark it. Harvest these two, probably not going to bleed, but we can Blight. And then Leering Grotesque has 1 health left and 3 Blight on it. It's probably going down. And that's just speed up now for our Rampart. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I think this gargoyle goes down to that Blight that we just put on it. So let's get Inspiring Tune going for the stress. Adaptive Assault. And there we go. Take that ruby, take the onyx, take the gold, leave the citrine.
Resistance.
Packs contain loot. I'm getting lucky with these rubies, man. Like, this was not even supposed to be a money run. Alright, Curio. None of those are quest locations, so it's gonna be in this hallway, or between those 2 rooms for the last one. Not to say, you know, we can't go and fight stuff along the way. We are looking for the wild hunt. Buffer plus 30% damage until camp. I have no camps left, so that is until the end of the dungeon. Single target, we're gonna do Adder's Kiss. We'll just harvest. Get that blight on him for now. It's minimal, but it's something. We're gonna guard Sorrenti because he has that mark on him. Then we're gonna Excessive Force. Go for that Bone Rider. Haha, you didn't just the Jester. Sniper shot. Probably should heal, but that's fine. Then we're gonna Excessive Force plus damage versus marked. He is marked.
A singular strike.
Reason I'm not doing the adaptive assault is because he doesn't have too much protection right now. Dismount. Think you do more damage on your horse there, buddy. Harvest the horse. Blight it. It's the tongue trinket blighting. Remember, not actually harvest. Alright, well. Oh, I thought I would get the mount there. Darn. Impale hitting them both, blighting. We are going to excessive force the horse. I think the horse went down.
Perhaps the turning point.
And now the Jester can't do too much, so let's work on getting that afflict off.
The blood.
If I make him go back, he actually can only do like one attack. She can actually only hit the rock as well. So start healing. It's only these two that are actually going to do damage now. Which is fine. Pierce. Adaptive assault. I'm surprised he hit. I mean, for a lone knight, with a pretty rusty sword there, and if you look at it, it looks chipped as hell right here, or that might just be the lighting I'm looking at it in. He's doing pretty good against these two. Hey, new trinket. Lost skull. Plus damage versus marked, minus damage versus not marked. That's actually really good. For a marking team, at least. We're going to use the food. Take the emerald. Got another reassuring glove. So I'm going to get rid of their gold stack here for the lost skull. I actually did not know that was a trinket. How much more do we got to go? A lot of hallways. Can't get rid of much food. Probably don't want to get rid of the torches either because of the fog walls. Those are things. I gotta remember that. Gonna get rid of this gold stack for the reassuring glove. I'm pretty sure my memory always is foggy on this until I see it, but I'm pretty sure that green trinkets sell for more than a gold stack. Common trinkets do not. Alright, let's go. Quest location right there. Alright. Hey, Slavering Cultist. Impale. I just love that the gut reaction of, hey, there's 3 enemies. Throw the spear. Then Enchantress. No more stress. And we're just gonna get that afflict gone. If I can get it gone, it's gonna go a lot better for us. And we're gonna get rid of bone bulwark here. Oh, isn't that supposed to be? Oh, it's because I'm not in excessive force. It's not armor piercing. Right. Okay. I always forget about how the Rampart's modes affect him. Wait a hot minute, I know this shape for somewhere. Isn't this part of the Yangolians? Well played. Okay, we're just gonna go excessive force for now. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this part here, this little part, I'll backtrack a little bit and show it. after the fight. It's actually in Black Reliquary, I think. It's part of an asset that summons a really, really difficult boss. Like the equivalent of the Shambler. Only he's a little bit more dangerous, I think. Alright, we got the Afflict off. So we're just gonna do a slice off of the Blight. Have armor piercing now. Bonk. Take emerald.
Nerves.
I have 6 emeralds. I was not expecting that. I need the key for this. I do not see any spot where I need the torches. Okay.
Path is clear.
So what I was talking about is this window pane in particular. I guess maybe not because I don't remember this little bit here. Yeah, my mouse is working correctly. But this window pane minus this little asset here kind of looks like the Ungoliant. Maybe it's this one? But then it has a little bit above it. So maybe they use part of that asset for the Ungoliant. I'm not going to take either of those. Little things you notice every once in a while. It took, like, I've played how much of this game, and I've played over 300 hours in Black Reliquary, I think. And I just now noticed that. Oh, she's not in rank 1. That's not good. Bone Nubble. Goes down to Blight. Move forward. Enchantress. Excessive Force. Oh, do not. Thank you. But Blight for her now. So back row gone. So unless they hit and then bleed Bismarck,
Teetering on the brink.
we're good.
Facing the abyss.
Oh, hell.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Well, we'll impale just to hit them both. We still missed the cultist. Harvest to hit the cultist. I didn't want to move back and have that whole thing happen again.
And improvement.
Killing Biz. Neck Ripper would have healed, so that's good. Excessive Force isn't... You're guarded by the cultist, that does work. Harvest, get him bleeding and blighting. Goes down.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Too bad this doesn't, like, bypass guard. I don't have the right move on for that. Gonna patch you up because you're gonna go down to the bleed otherwise, and then Adaptive Assault. How's that one feel?
The will to fight.
Wow, I'm getting trinkets galore today. Taking what we can. I need that. Only gonna be 1, 2, 3 left. There's not a good chance. We can get rid of the shovels. So we got the Mask of Frenzy from the cultist, Slavering cultist there. So plus 10 accuracy somehow? I thought I'd get minus accuracy, but plus 20% damage, plus 10 accuracy, plus 10 stress when the attack misses. That makes sense. On attack hit, buff self for 10% damage, and on attack hit, debuff self for minus 5 accuracy. So, alright. Good trade-off, good trade-off. I'm alright with that. We'll leave the rest. We'll dig into the heirloom chest here. Nothing I want, so we're gonna leave it. Gonna pop to the left, grab the sconce. Grab the extra emerald that they were burning in there. Maybe they wanted colored light. Trap for stress. Going in. Then we're gonna go left, up. Shouldn't be a single fight, I think. This is holy water, so I'm not gonna mess with it. They can eat, heal up that little bit. One of the few times food checks are good. Oh, I just didn't scout here. Cool. Screw it.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on
Medicinal herbs.
indefatigable purpose.
Give me that sapphire.
Terrors may indeed stalk.
And quest location.
A glint of gold.
We're going to hit the rabble, or the bone noble. Harvest, bleed, and blight. These two probably not going to bleed, to be honest, but that's fine. Noble down. I thought I scouted that hallway, to be honest. Joke's on you. I can harvest now. Or not harvest, solo. We are going to Bastion for now. Can I really not excessive force? Oh, cuz. Yeah, why can I not excessive force? Interesting. Fine. Oh, that's why, because I can only hit the guy in rank 1. Fine, adaptive assault. Yes, hi bear. Mew mew to you too. Having that hard of a time hitting this big guy is something. Oh, he's still stealthed. We are going to finale. Even though it doesn't take him out, it still adds that blight. Pierce, take him out. Hopefully Dumont, thank you. Rallying Flare. Owie. He's bladed for 3.
Hold fast.
And Dusk Bonk. I knew that would do no damage, but that's fine. De-stressing. We actually do gotta go before him, otherwise things are gonna go bad. Thankfully he didn't hit the one person that shouldn't have been hit.
Seize this.
Trinkets galore, man.
Push on to the task.
Alright, we are gonna end this one here. So I'm gonna take that ox skull. We're gonna trade out the medicinal herbs for the money. And then we're gonna take the concentrated essence. I think that's a good trade, yeah? Return to the hamlet. Well, everyone's still standing.
This day.
I had the portrait on the person I wanted from the beginning, so we're good. I got the caregiver's ring for the Lamia, so plus healing done, plus stress relief done, so it's double good there because those are the two things I really use honor for minus max HP. 26,000 gold total for combined things there. Everyone hit level 5, so that's awesome. Rat Slayer on Amani, but she got Sithis, minus dodge, minus damage, and minus food consumed. Lurker on Bismarck, the Red Plague on Sarmenti. Got Mutated on Dumont. I really actually do like Mutated. So, plus 15% max HP, plus 30% stress received. Every helping hand matters here, fortunately. This one has 3 arms. This is from the Vermintide mod, for anyone wondering how to get it. If you don't get it randomly, you have to get it by interacting with the glowing ore curio, and you just touch it. She also got Scythe Master, so plus damage versus husks, minus stress versus husks.
The shuffling dead.
Silence in the Chris.
We have
Silence in the
all
crisps.
the ruins once
Silence in the crypts. So plus resolve in the runes on next quest, plus damage in the runes in the next quest. Unfortunately, once again, did not find the thing I was looking for, but it's a gamble. Don't think anyone knew I needed. I have Dragon Dance, don't I? Interesting little trinket here for the sisters. Plus damage while she's blighted, plus bleed resist while bleeding, plus blight resist while blighting, plus bleed blight amount while bleeding. On skill use self, plus 1 bleed per round while in Scholar, and plus 1 blight per round while in Warrior. So it's one of those that's very dependent on having other trinkets to help do things, if I remember right, because like you have Death Dancer Scroll, you do extra blight damage. I believe there's a trinket to do extra bleeding damage, things like that I don't have. So I'm gonna grab this just because it's handy. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but it gives him extra accuracy for a few moves. I think I'm actually gonna pass on that one. We gotta throw a few people in the sanitarium because the red plague is not fun. Minus crit, minus max HP, and minus 50% bleed resistance. I do wish I could kind of lock in some things, but you can't do that. Need to get rid of Sithis there. Might as well throw Bismarck in stress relief just because I can. And that's gonna be that. Then we have the opportunity to essentially level up the last of our people here. I can go to the Weald or I can go to the ruins. I originally had wanted Whitlock up and I had wanted Baldwin up here. And if other people level up in the process, that's cool too. I might bring Catherine up and I might bring the White Priestess up. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure. I got most of the stuff I had wanted to do with the Salamander and the Rudiment. I've had a lot of bad luck with, so we'll kind of see on that front. I might try the Rudiment again, but I've had a lot of bad luck with them too lately, even though I really like the class. So we'll see about that. But that's kind of going to be the agenda for next time, is leveling up, especially Baldwin and Whitlock. If I go into a medium with a Kraken ribbon, they'll go to veterans, and then the other two will probably be left behind. But yeah, that's kind of my plan, is once those two are probably going to be focusing on them, because I got a lot of boss fights done with the White Priestess. I got a lot of boss fights done with the Dreamer and the Salamander. So that's probably going to be the plan, and then move forward from there. So we'll see what we can do. So that'll be the plan. So as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.